Now, usually you would rely on your eyes and ears in your practice routine in order to work on articulation and two-hand synchronization, but there's actually another sensory organ that you can use as well. Instead of just relying on these two main sensory organs, you would usually rely on the eyes in order to see the notes on the fretboard, to see the angle of your fretting hand or your picking hand. You also rely on your ears in order to figure out whether or not you're actually playing things properly. But there's actually another organ that will help to give you feedback on your articulation and two-hand synchronization, so stay around for that. Musicians use this organ a lot, and you're probably using it too, but you aren't really aware of it, so I'm trying to highlight it a little bit. So what other organ can there be outside of the eyes and ears that can assist you in your playing? No, it's not the guts. It's not about being determined and being able to play materials, your own materials, in front of a crowd. It's not the heart. It's not about having good intuition and playing with feel. Those things are important, but I'm not going to talk about any of those things in this video. So what sensory organ am I referring to? And you've probably guessed it already. That's right, I'm referring to the pineal gland. It's the little organ that's in the center of your skull. No, I'm just kidding. It's your sense of touch, and I'm referring specifically to your fretting hand. When you fret a note and you do a pick stroke, you can actually feel the vibration of the string on the tip of your finger. And this can be a great feedback in your practice routine because it lets you know whether or not you're articulating the note properly. Usually, you would rely on your ears in order to determine whether or not you're actually playing every note and having good articulation. Instead of just only relying on those senses, you can also use your tactile sense as well, your sense of touch. And this is particularly useful for the fingers that are between other fingers, specifically the middle finger and the ring finger. If you're playing something and you cannot feel the vibration on the tip of your finger, you're probably not playing it right. Now you can determine that you're not playing properly by using your ears. But when you're playing a lot of notes and you're playing really fast, it's good to have another sensory organ that can assist you in diagnosing your playing in your practice routine. So a good exercise that you can do in order to work on this sensory organ is to basically tremolo pick on a string and just going back and forth between 4 fingers and just playing random notes. While tremolo picking, fret each note and let the notes ring for a while. And I want you to just be aware of how it feels like to fret a note while picking with your right hand. You'll feel a vibration on the tip of your finger, and this lets you know the notes are ringing out and you're having good articulation. If you're going back and forth between your fingers, you should be able to feel all of the fingers tingle. You can feel the vibration in your fingers. And whenever you produce fret buzz with your fretting hand, you'll be able to feel it as well. The vibration will be a little bit different. So I just want to remind you in this video that you have this sensory organ that you can use that will really help you to work on articulation and two-hand synchronization in your practice routine, instead of just only relying on your visual sense and your hearing. So now we have 3 organs that we can use in our practice routine, and we have to utilize and take advantage all of them, especially when we're working on the really fast material. So try it out for yourself and see whether or not it works for you. If you find this video helpful, you can like the video, subscribe, and push that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new content that is similar to this one.